We have a serious situation unfolding before us. World Health Organization experts say that pandemic fatigue is causing numbers of confirmed cases of COVID-19 to surge in parts of Europe, CNBC reports, also in UK, USA, Canada and Asia and around the world. Numbers are rising in both France and Spain. In some instances, the number of new cases is outpacing peak numbers back in April. Both countries even surpassed their per capita adjusted numbers in the US. The R infection rate seems to be increasing in UK too, outpacing infection rate figures since April. Officials suspect France's return to tourism, particularly allowing foreign tourists to come visit, is at least partially to blame, as well as Spain's rush to reopen its doors. We have a very serious situation unfolding before us, the World Health Organization's Regional Director for Europe, Hans Klug, said on Thursday. The BBC reports, adding that the alarming numbers should serve as a wake-up call for all of us. There are some worrying trends that we're starting to see, Maria van Kerkhoff, head of the WHO's Emerging Disease Unit, said Wednesday, as quoted by CNBC. What is really worrying, I think, for us is that we're not only seeing an increase in the case numbers, but we're seeing an increase in the hospitalizations, she added. We're seeing increases in ICUs. Several US states are also seeing a surge according to recent reports. Officials have warned that this autumn could look especially bad, considering the fast approaching flu season. We haven't even started to hit the flu season yet, so we're worried that these increasing numbers of hospitalization and ICU are really going to overburden an already burdened system, Van Kerkhove told CNN. The fight is far from over. The globe is rapidly approaching 1 million lives lost as a result of the coronavirus. But there is increased hope that the first vaccines will be made available as soon as early 2021, which many experts say is the only way out. Bill Gates, the retired Microsoft co-founder turned philanthropist, has emerged as a surprisingly high-profile figure during the coronavirus pandemic, criticizing the government's response to the disease and raising money to distribute a vaccine. Now, in a recent interview, Gates says that he's still optimistic that a vaccine is on the way. It is possible that one will be available by the end of the year, he said, but he considers it unlikely. The only vaccine that, if everything went perfectly, might seek the emergency use license by the end of October would be Pfizer, he said. None of the vaccines are likely to seek approval in the US before the end of October. But by the very end of 2020 or 2021, the multi-billionaire said he thinks that the chances will start to get better and better. I do think once you get into, say, December or January, the chances are that at least 2 or 3 will seek approval if the effectiveness is there, he told the network. In the same interview, Bill Gates also expressed optimism about the results of the vaccines under development by Moderna and AstraZeneca. We do see good antibody levels both in the phase 1 and the phase 2, so we're pretty hopeful, Gates said. Both Russia and China have already approved emergency vaccines, but without testing rigorous enough to convince doctors. This is a reckless and foolish decision, Francois Ballou, professor of computational systems biology at University College of London, told Science Media Centre in August.